AITA for not giving my family any money after they insulted me for my job. I'm a stripper and I go on dates with men for fun, so they can practice, not sex during the dates. The most I do is hugging. I make the most out of anyone in my family. I have never been ashamed to be a stripper and it's not a secret. I bought a good house a few miles away from the club and I tried to still talk to my family frequently till they started talking more and more shit about my job, calling me a slut, saying I'm stupid, that I have no life goals, so I cut them off. My parents everything. A month or so later they call me up telling me they need money to fix their car. I told them sorry, you don't want my money, it's slut money, remember. Apologize and I will give you the money. They said they won't be apologetic, so I told them that's their choice and hung up. Now I'm getting text from my family and post on Facebook saying I should have just gave them the money and saying that it's not a big deal. Edit. Holy ducking hell, I was off of Reddit for a few hours and came back to check and didn't expect this much traction at all. Thank you so much guys. Just to let you know, I did read all the comments. Edit 2. Please stop trying to hire me in my DMs bro, I'm a stripper that works in my area. I'm not going travel during COVID to come strip for you. Edit 3. I really don't deserve your rewards. Waste your money on something different like a charity you support, not a random Reddit post about strippers. They started talking more and more shit about my job, calling me a slut, saying I'm stupid, that I have no life goals. What a group of charming people. Sorry, you don't want my money, it's slut money, remember. Apologize and I will give you the money. Ooh, dear me. Hear that satisfying sizzle? You are NTA my friend. Rock on. Also, isn't or wasn't there a woman who ran to be in the U.S. Senate or House that used to be a stripper? Women have done sex work through the millennia in order to get the money that would put them in a better position to do something else later. Op bought a house. I bet plenty of women pay for education that way too. Edited to at NTA. NTA. You're a consenting adult making money off of other consenting adults. It's slut money until the family needs something and realizes it. Then it's all but we are family. Good job holding your ground. NTA. You don't owe them your money, especially after they refuse to apologize for insulting you. Your lifestyle isn't this to criticize, and your money isn't this to take. Op doesn't owe them shit, but the fact they still won't apologize for shaming Op for how she makes the money they want is about as entitled and as childish as you can get. Also shaming her on Facebook posts. What a trashy group of people her family sounds like. Facebook posts are so not appropriate for family disputes like this. That's influencing public opinion of her and then using that opinion to try to manipulate her into giving them what they want. So sad. NTA. It is fair to put conditions on money. Some people say, I need 5 post-dated checks so that I can cash them every 2 weeks until it's paid off. Others say, you need to show me a budget. Apostrophe. You asked for an apology. They said they could not meet your conditions, so you did not release the funds. What is worse, in my opinion, is that an apology really won't fix anything. They actually revealed their true colors. An apology will not be heartfelt. It'll just be an apology for getting the money. NTA. Revenge is a beautiful flower, and if a family is insulting you then wanting the reward of your own work, then they need to review their morals. Their behavior is hypocritical. Just give them the money. It's not a big deal. This is actually kind of funny. I wouldn't give them money if they did apologize because it would not be sincere, right? First off, if it's not a big deal then you don't need it. Also, if it's not a big deal then what does it hurt to apologize and say sorry? They care more about their ego and being right than they do insulting their child. I hope Pop goes no contact with them. Keep your money and lost the dead weight that tried to slut shame you. NTA. Girl. Daddy, I'm a prostitute. Dad, get out of my house and don't ever come back. Girl. But I brought you a Mercedes. Dad, wait. Did you say you were a prostitute? I thought you said Protestant. Come give your old man a hug. NTA. I had friends that stripped when their spouses or boyfriends left them with the kids, bills and no child support. I would babysit for them when others couldn't. Some even were in private because they came from poor families. Their families didn't approve. They made money at stripping that they couldn't do working fast food or until after they graduated. So yeah, your family is out of line, as are your parents. You don't badmouth someone then turn around and go, we need money to do X, Y and Z while using the word family. NTA, if they can support you, or at the very least not shame you for the way you make your money, they shouldn't expect to get any of it. You're doing what you want to do and making a good living. You do you. Am I the only one getting a little annoyed about all the AITA for not giving away money posts? You're never the asshole for not giving people money, unless it's their own money you have for some reason. I echo, good job standing your ground. They shame you until they want something from you, and then they continue to shame you. There is someone stupid in this equation, but it sure is not you. They don't respect or honor you. You do not owe them anything. If it is not a big deal, then why can't they apologize instead of trying to shame you into complying with them? Why are they blasting you on social media? Block that and move on. You have done nothing shameful. Of course you know that. Stick to your guns. I believe that even if you gave them the money after an apology, they would just start in on you again. NTA at all. NTA, you are a strong, successful independent woman making bank. And there is no shame in what you do. And you're right. Either they sincerely apologize, or they don't get anything. People don't get to choose to be in your life simply because it's convenient, or they need something. And if they can't be supportive of your choices, so be it. NTA, an old friend of mine was most likely saved by services like yours. Years and years of therapy did go nowhere in that regard. But to pay someone that he could get over the initial panic of having someone close to him physically, it gave him the confidence of knowing that he would be able to hug someone, curl up with a movie, and not freak out. The rest, it fell into place by itself. Live your life, stay safe, and hold your ground. NTA, duck that. Your money wasn't good before they didn't need it, and now it is. Question mark? You are not the asshole here. Do I think the best revenge is a life well lived? Absolutely. In that case, I may suggest taking the high road and giving the money because you are the better person and can help when people need help. I'd tell them that though as I handed money over, remember when you pay for this, that this is a stripper's money, one you treated like shit, but who is helping you when you need it. Don't forget that. Narcissists 9/10 don't care about shit you say unless it's I'll help you any way possible, but let you abandon MD when it's most convenient for you. Apostrophe. NTA, your injustice sense is tingling for a reason. The petty begging for cash without even an attempt at apology for even their own good shows you they are the real idiots here. You keep smashing it. And BTW, what a great service to go on dates. Do you give them gentle feedback? Like you gotta ask a girl about her. As someone who has been taken for a lot by family, I strongly recommend that Op should not give her family any money, even if they grovel at her feet. Op's family has already proven just what they are. They will not change, but they will exploit more and more if rewarded for it. Obviously, the unsavory people are the people demanding money from someone they think they can use. And Op is a decent human for even considering giving them any money ever. NTA, I find it odd that your family tells you that you have no life goals, yet your family seems to have none considering they haven't saved any money for that unexpected emergency. And one thing that comes to mind about their attitude about your work, are they upset at the stripping or the dates? If it's the dates, try to find a way to explain that you are actually providing a service to help the men who need practice. Maybe they might see how someone out of the dating world, or who has never really entered it, could need that kind of help and think differently of what you are doing. Whatever the case, don't give them the money. They need to learn that life is hard and they should really focus on themselves and not what others are doing. Oh, did those life goals and high horses not put food on the table? NTA, you made good choices for you and use your money wisely. They clearly don't. Insulting people for living their life is never a good choice. I mean NTA, but this has to be a troll, right? This seems to hit everything. My family hated me already. I got a job that a lot of conservative people would have an issue with. Now that same family needs things from me. So I said no. Asked them for super easy compromise and they called me ridiculous and wouldn't agree. Now you're expected to apologize for everything ever and give them the money? Family says you can afford it anyway, so who cares? This exact situation is on here every 2 days. Right? Can we, like, get a sticky? NTA. NTA. You don't owe your family anything after they continue to insult you because of your profession, and you made the right choice to cut them off. Also, congrats on buying a house. NTA. You gave them the condition for giving them money, which was an apology. Totally fair since they talked shit about you and your job that they now want to profit from. If they can't swallow their pride and apologize, they must not need that money so badly after all. Block people on Facebook who say otherwise and keep your distance from them. They sound like they love dragging you down, even when they need something from you. NTA. They sound like real winners. If you do decide to give them some money, I hope you don't. You could always turn it around on them. Next time they talk shit, say, but you guys didn't have a problem taking my slut money. NTA. Sex work is just as valid as any other work and deserves the same respect. You are supporting yourself while enjoying your work. They are more than happy to talk shit about you and your job, but still want to help themselves to your money? Nope. Screw that noise. And let's be real. Them calling you a slut is stupid because it just translates to having the male attitude that the opposite sex and sexual acts are really nothing special and can be engaged in for your pleasure and gain. Wear it with pride and keep doing what you love. If your parents refuse to break their antiquated ideas on sex work, then hold your ground. Family, you're a slut and you're making money like a slut. By the way, we need some of that money. Op. Justifiably. No. Family. Really. NTA. It's unbelievable the lack of self-awareness they display. I personally wouldn't be in a relationship with a stripper. But other than that, I'd have no problem with that profession. You do you. As long as you're safe and others respect you. NTA. They don't mind the slut money when they need something, but they can't even manage a simple apology? FCK that. NTA. Not a dime. Even if they apologize, your family is super disrespectful and they want you to buy their love. Unacceptable. You don't need a pimp. There's nothing wrong with sex work, and it's admirable that you are smart about your money. Stay strong and find people to replace those leeches. You are 100% NTA. It is commendable how you stood up for yourself, and frankly, I'm proud of you for doing it. You do not deserve to be shamed by your family for choices you make as a consenting, legal adult. NTA. And I just wanna say, respect. It is not easy what you do. I've tried my hand at pole dancing, and it's ducking hard and so painful, maybe only when you're new, but I had so many bruises. I knew this woman that was so good I thought she should be doing competitions. I have no idea what she was doing on the border between Washington and Idaho. Your work is valid and is just like anyone else's. It makes money. Enjoy the duck out of it. I know someone who used her money from sex work to buy a business and like, duck. Yeah. H. Get it. T. Follow your dreams. S. Duck the people that are too good for your work until they need your money. E. Aren't worth your time. Me. Love how they disapprove of your lifestyle until they need something. You are doing something you're good at and you're not hurting anyone doing it. And you make money doing it. Good on you. NTA. NTA. As others have said, you have a job that you are comfortable with. You provide a service for money. You have rules you need to follow to provide a said service in a safe and professional manner. You are also happy to provide the service. That is all there is to it. If your family disagrees with the nature of the tasks the service you provide requires you to do, then that is their problem. That does not give them the right to insult you, especially not if they want your help. NTA. I suspect that the reason why the comments have increased recently is because they were doing worse financially and were jealous of you. NTA. Being a stripper isn't for everyone. It's not something I'd be comfortable doing, and it's not something I'd be comfortable with my partner doing. I can imagine Being incredibly uncomfortable finding out that one of my close family members was working in that field. I understand being uncomfortable with it. I don't understand the insults though. I do not understand calling your family member a slut. I don't think that kind of behavior is acceptable, and you're a way better person than me for telling them that they could still have the money if they apologized. I would have no issue with a friend or acquaintance in this profession. It's just a personal choice for myself and my partner and the Ike factor when it comes to family. I don't mean to shame anyone for this being their profession. Been there. I thought if I gave them the money they would love me at least. But they didn't. They still talked shit about my job while taking my dirty money. Don't give them anything. Don't be like me. I will never get that money back. And they still don't care for me. Source: 10-year stripper. NTA. I think being a life coach specializing in helping awkward men improve their social skills is admirable. In a different sphere, I got more real improvement in life from a life coach than from several therapists. Stripping is a career. Well, it pays the mortgage. NTA. Block them all and enjoy the fruits of your hard work on your own. I wish I had such great boundary setting skills. You sound smart and empathetic. Those are talents that will take you far, no matter what you decide to do. Close bracket. NTA. You gave them a choice to apologize. They didn't. They play stupid games. They get stupid prize. Buy yourself something nice with all your stripper money you'll be saving, because you don't be giving them any or buying them Christmas gifts. Block them on social media and your phone, or do this thing where you still get phone calls from them and messages, but you don't get alerts. It's like do not disturb for certain contacts. NTA. You are working and earning well. You're not stealing or cheating people of money. Your family can't see that, so screw them. And I love how you told them it's slut money and they wouldn't want it. I would've done the same. Good for you for standing up for yourself. If they really want the money, they gotta acknowledge their mistakes and own up to them. NTA. NTA. LMAO, keep making that money. I wish I was able to do what you do. Tried it once and just could not. I'm not good at customer service. My close friend is one, and I admire her for it. She is so ambitious as a stripper and owns many properties for it. Your family is street pit. Keep them cut off. You don't their negativity in your life or their begging hands. NTA. It's your choice of what you want to do for a job, so as long as you enjoy it and it's lucrative, more power to you. One of my college friends worked as a stripper while we were in school and paid off all her student loans and her last year's tuition that way. She said a lot of the men were just lonely and or socially awkward. So I assume that's what you mean by going on dates for practice. Regardless, it's your money, and if your family wants to insult you and the way you earned it, then they're definitely not entitled to it and shouldn't think they even had a chance of you loaning it to them. Honestly, I think it was nice of you to even offer to give the money if they apologized. NTA. You told them you would lend it if they apologize. They refused. You were willing, yet they couldn't take that tiny step. Stand your ground. You deserve that apology if they want to use the money you earned while being insulted by them for how you earned it. NTA. When my mother was dying from cancer, I paid her bills with my dancing earned money. When she passed, my entire family turned their backs on me at her funeral. I was devastated. Instead of losing one family member, I lost 30 in one day. They called me a slut. Drug addict. I've never done drugs in my life. Prostitute. I've never sold sex. And encouraged my mother's husband of 3 years to steal my inheritance, which he did. 20 years later, I still refuse to speak to them. Slut is such a stupid term anyway. Why can't women enjoy sex as much as men? I'm a guy and never understood that mentality, and that's not what you are doing anyway. As other people have said, you are an adult making your own life choices. When someone asks you for money though, remind them that you are stupid and do not plan for the future. Stripping is a time limited job, usually, so you need to keep all your money to yourself for when you retire at a young age. NTA. People who denigrate you don't deserve your help unless or until they apologize and work to make things right. They do the work to make it right. You decide when it's right. It doesn't matter if they're blood relations or not. NTA and why is slut seen as an insult anyway? Cheating is wrong if you are in a relationship, but if it's all consensual and open, who cares? Stand your ground against these hypocrites. NTA. Fuck those duckers. I danced briefly like 20 years ago. My first day on the job. There was a chick retiring at the ripe old age of 25. She had a day job that was sufficient to pay her bills and she invested every penny she made dancing. After 3 years she had 2 million in the bank. I'm still jealous, ask these years later, that I didn't have the right temperament to follow her example. Fuck those people. NTA. Ironically, your family are wanting to use you as the thing they claim you to be. They view you as a slut and therefore cheap, yet they expect you to shut up and take it from them for the wonderful payment of family. In my opinion, if you gave, their accusations would have slightly more merit. Not Alert, but some. You did the right thing. They just want to use you. Be better than that. NTA. You make money off skills you have obtained through a lengthy career. You're no different than a lawyer or doctor, except without the burdening debt law. Your family doesn't have the right to poke fun at the money you make while holding a hand out for that same money. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.